Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. Glad you made it. If you're watching this video, you're probably either going through the transition, getting ready to get out of the military, maybe within the next year or less, or maybe you recently got out and you're looking back at all the I wish I would have knowns, possibly. So with that, if this is something you're looking forward to, please hit that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm get this out to the rest of us who aren't quite aware of what's out there. Please like it. Subscribe if you want to keep getting good information, and share it with a friend, comment, and what have you. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. If you're getting ready to get out of the military, chances are you're going to go through a TAPS class, right? Mandatory, you're supposed to go through it. You may or may not be that engaged in it. There'll be a whole host of different folks talking to you, anything from getting ready to find new employment to fixing your social media, maybe your LinkedIn account, how to figure out a resume, maybe USA Jobs type of stuff if you want to go to a federal job. The VA person will come in and talk to you about VA stuff, and chances are that VA person is going to talk at a very high level, macro level, and it's just going to be, slide after slide with look at all these great benefits, and then that's it, and out the door they go, and you're kind of left wondering, okay, well, where's the key to the door so I can try to get some of this stuff done? So I will tell you that some of the biggest I wish I would have knowns that I've ever came across, including for myself, is getting diagnosed for anything while you're in service is the number one thing you need to do when it comes to VA claims. And here's some of the misperceptions that people have when it comes to VA claims. First of all, there's all kinds of different mindsets out there. You have people saying, you know what, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'll rub some dirt on it, drink some water, change your socks, eat some Motrin, and move on, right? So you have those mindsets out there. The fact you're watching this video probably means that at least you're open to the idea of pursuing some information on these benefits. If by chance you're not, or somebody who's not, you need to let them know or yourself know that that's the wrong attitude, because we need every single one of us to utilize the benefits that we earned through our time in service, because that's how the future of us get to use them too. You know how it is. If you don't use it, you lose it, and we don't want that to happen with our hard-earned and a lot of effort to get a lot of these benefits. Legislatively. I mean, it's not like it's a walk in the park. It's a lot of lobbying to get this stuff done for us. So we have to take advantage of it. Now, that's one thing out there. Another thing that I'll see people do is they'll get kind of hamstrung around that 100% rating with the idea that, if 100% is the maximum, I should never be 100% because I got my arms, my legs, that stuff is reserved for, the person rolling down the convoy gets hit by an IED and they're not in a good situation. That's reserved for them. I'm okay. I don't even rate any of that stuff type of an attitude. And although that's admirable in thought, it's not the right approach either. There's a whole other rating schedule out there called special monthly compensation. Special monthly compensation is for those severe situations, right? Also, the VA has adaptive housing grants and so forth, and you can get a car. I mean, there's all kinds of different benefits for the person who's in a very bad situation, okay? So our brothers and sisters in those situations can be taken care of in those other rating schedules, okay? The 0 through 100% is for everybody else, right? Maybe we got some bumps and bruises. Maybe we do have some issues, and sometimes we will even tiptoe into that special monthly compensation through like aid and attendance and that type of stuff. But for the most part, the 0 through 100% is you can walk, you can be rated 100% and be able to go have a job, still play basketball. I mean, it depends what your conditions are, right? So for me, movement is what helps me, right? Standing, walking, moving is what helps me. It's when I sit too long or try to sleep too long. I go to sleep and I might get a few hours in and then I wake up because I feel like I'm just stiff and stuck and the pain in my back, and then I got to start trying to wiggle and move and try to loosen up. So what I want you to understand here is, as you're getting ready to transition out, you may have been of the mindset of don't go to medical, don't see the corpsman, don't see the medic, that type of mindset. Well, now's the time to switch that before you get out. There's 3 things for a successful claim. One is active duty time, and I'm going to stay on the active duty road on this. There's active duty time that creates our window of opportunity. 2 is a diagnosed condition. Okay, you must have a diagnosed condition by a medical provider. Diagnosed condition. 3rd thing is a link between the 2. And what the VA is looking for is not that the military caused it, although that could be the case, but that's not what they're looking for. What they're looking for is that the condition manifested during your time in service. Well, if you got diagnosed while you're in service, that is the nexus. The date itself puts it in that window of opportunity. So you, at this point in your life, career, whatever, military service, whether you're doing 4 years, 6 years, 30 years, whatever, now is the time to make sure that you document this stuff with your doctor. And I will tell you that it's a very sad situation when you talk to somebody who didn't do this, and you talk to them 50 years after the fact, like I did with an old neighbor of mine. Vietnam vet, got out, never filed his VA stuff, talked to him, 50 years later, and got him in. He's 100% now, TDIU, which is total disability individual unemployability. His true rating's at 80%. So he's at 80 with 100% payment. So he's squared away now, but how much hard times did he have to go through just because he didn't get in there and do this? So you have this window of opportunity now. Take advantage of it. No matter how infrequent the issue is, right? If you get heartburn once a year, say you have heartburn, go get diagnosed for it. It might be a 0% rating today, but when it gets worse, you can get an increase. If you get a migraine once every 3 months, go get diagnosed for it. If you have problems sleeping, go get diagnosed for it, right? That back pain, that knee that you rolled, the ankle that you rolled on the run, that time that your helmet hit the Humvee when you were trying to jump into it, hit the top of the door and wrecked your neck, right? That type of stuff. Go get it looked at. As long as the condition that you have is chronic in nature or has residual effects, so it's an ongoing problem, you're going to be good to go. Make sure you do it. Now, getting out, you can file what's called a BDD, Benefits Delivery at Discharge. A benefits delivery at discharge is a way to, at the same time as you're getting out, have your VA claim being looked at. So you can file that between 3 to 6 months of your discharge date, okay? Not of your terminal leave, but of your actual discharge date. So if your discharge date is X, you can back up 6 months from that and file your claim. I highly suggest filing your claim with an accredited vet rep, so that would be like a county veteran service office, sometimes the DAV or American Legion or whoever may also have accredited reps in your area. A lot of times they're going to have more experience filing claims because they've done it, 10, 30, 50, 1,000 times in a year, however much experience that person has. But the idea is that at least you'll have somebody with a little bit of experience helping you along the way. But remember that it's filing your diagnosis, right? You need to have all of your medical records ready, and you can get that thing filed with as many conditions as you want to file with. I had a guy who had, maybe 30 years of service, and we filed for probably like 80 things. Little steep in my opinion, but whatever. He wanted to file for 80 different things. So you can file that claim at that 6-month mark. So now that gives you 6 months of time that the VA is processing your claim. If the VA takes 8 months to process your claim, then it'll be decided 2 months after you get out of the military. You'll receive a back pay check of 2 months from the date you got out to the date you got awarded. So you get 2 months of back pay, and then you start getting your monthly check for compensation. Not to mention, now all of a sudden you get free health care. So good information to have. out there, and just want to make sure that you guys are well aware. And any questions, comments, please let me know. Thanks a lot. And remember, if you don't take care of each other, right, something went wrong.